Dominic Abassi here for the British Columbia Football Conference, and we are done with spring camps. Now all the BCFC clubs have held their spring camps, and signing day as well is behind us, so a lot of excitement around the conference right now. And I'm joined by Bob Reese, head coach of the Valley Huskers. And Bob, take me through this offseason. I know you guys didn't probably take more than a week, if that, to enjoy it last year. It was right back to work for your club. Walk me through some of the big moments and some of the progress you guys have made.
Yeah, I mean, we got right back to work right away as soon as the season ended. Started things off by bringing in making some additions to our coaching staff. Certainly Blair Atkinson as our offensive coordinator, and bringing on Jeff Almahota to work with our linebackers and our front seven. Those were pretty big additions right off the bat, and then we got that sort of kick-started recruiting. And it's been an outstanding year recruiting. We've brought in a lot of talent. A lot of guys that we think can really make a lot of plays at this level. So, I think, as far as the offseason goes, it's been a long one, as they always are, but very productive for sure.
I would imagine that the conversation you're having with players about your program, about why they want to come to Valley, has maybe changed since you got there to what it is now. Is it the same sort of, I won't call it a pitch, but the same conversation, or has your sort of talking points changed a bit based on what you've been able to achieve in changing your culture there?
Certainly. I mean, we talk more about where we are in the progression and continuing to grow that progression than we were, 2 years ago when I first took this job, and it was selling kids on, on a belief truly at that point. But yeah, a lot more kids are certainly aware of our success last year, and are certainly looking to be a part of what the future holds.
I was reading an article from a local newspaper there, wrapping up your spring camp, and of course there's the quarterback battle to replace Julian Whittink. We all know about that, and you bring back a guy like Poulin on the offensive side of the ball. That's a great start right there. But a lot of the article focused on the defensive side of the ball. Talk to me about what you're seeing there, and about how your team is sort of shaping up to maybe rely on that this year.
I don't think it's any surprise to us that we should be leaning on our defense this year. That's not to take anything away from our offense. We've got a lot of playmakers on our offensive side of the ball. But our defense is kind of what we've built as the backbone of our team moving forward this year. We got a lot of guys that are coming in with a lot of experience. We brought in David Steves, and he was outstanding, on that side of the ball. Isaiah Latonder and Tyrese Cox up front. Guys that certainly can make a lot of plays in this level. And we got a very experienced secondary core as well. So, I think a lot is made of the big names over there, and certainly the new signings. But we have a lot of big names on the offensive side of the ball, like you say, returning from last year, Remy Chiovo and Brandon Poulin for two guys. So I think right now the defense is getting a lot of hype, and rightfully so. They had an outstanding camp.
Your third year now, going into your third season as a head coach in the British Columbia Football Conference. What have you learned about this conference in particular, life in BC as opposed to Manitoba? Where are you now with some key sort of lessons that maybe you didn't have when you were a rookie head coach coming in?
Life here compared to Manitoba is a lot nicer, I'll tell you that. But certainly there's a lot I've learned over the course of the past 2 years. And, I think that's evidence in how we continue to grow this program. It's a lot. I don't know if it gets easier. I think you're always constantly learning as a head coach, but I think, the success of what we've been able to accomplish in the past 2 years is, certainly evident to the belief system that we have in this program, and to it working. So, I think you continue to stick to what and continue to build this thing the way, that we've set out, and it seems to be going well.
A lot of the off season is about sort of hype. It's about building up excitement around your program. Some clubs really go heavy on it, others don't. And you see the Twitter and the Facebook and the social media posts, trying to build that hype. What are you seeing and hearing and sensing about the other teams in the league, or do you lean on the cliche that you don't care what they're up to?
I mean, certainly we expect a very talented couple teams in this league, man. It's going to be a lot like I imagined last year was with everybody duking it out, and who's going to necessarily pick a winner each week. It's going to be tough, like there's a lot of teams adding a lot of talented football players right now. And I think that's, goes to show that this league is continuing to grow and continuing to get better. So, we expect a lot of tough football games this year.
What happens for you and your team between now and I guess main camp in July?
I mean, the guys that are in town continue to get the on-field work going that they've been, getting together and putting in some work. And as far as the staff, we continue to recruit and continue to try to add pieces. And, basically for us, ending camp, the season's right around the corner here in 4 weeks, just under 4 weeks. So, it'll move fast and we'll be right back on that field before we know it.
Bob, I appreciate your time. I look forward to another season working with you and all the coaches in this league. Thanks for this, and I can't wait to get started.
Right on, Dom. Take care. Always a pleasure.